today's video, we're going to be going over the 2019 article that Outdoor Life put out that they're going to be able to predict the 2019 deer hunting rut season. And so for me, I'm in the military and I'm stationed here in Illinois, and I go off of that. So I'm trying to see what the Illinois rut season is going to be like, but also when I go home on leave, which is Michigan, I want to know how that's going to go too. So we're going to dive deep into that and see what they say and what their recommendations are on how this year's rut footage is going to be. They break it down into a couple different subcategories. So they have no estimated population for how many deer are here in Illinois, and they said that last year's harvest was roughly around 151,709. For the hotspots that they're saying in Illinois is that you should check for the state land that has the most state land put together. And for me, that's a no-brainer. Isn't that where everybody else is gonna go? So it's kind of obvious, like if you're coming out of state or you live in the area, why would you go to somewhere different? Like, you're gonna have the best chances and the best odds of hunting the bigger state land population. So to me, that one's a given. So that's what I do. I go to the most easily accessible place where I can go to park my truck, and then I also go deep into the woods from there, because obviously you don't want to go into like a little parcel where there's 10 people hunting 5 acres of state land. So their quick tip that they're saying is that don't underestimate the potential of a weekday hunt before or after work. According to the statistics, they say that in 2018-2019 season, the 60% of the harvested deer occurred between Monday through Friday. So they're saying if you can get out to hunt during the weekday, try and do it. I would definitely have to attest to this. Just from my last year hunting Illinois for the first time, I missed the biggest buck of my life, and I believe it was on a Thursday afternoon, right around 4 o'clock. So they're definitely moving. That pre-rut is usually what works best for me. And getting out there in the stand a little bit earlier than what I normally do, maybe about 2 hours, and you're sitting out there for maybe 5-6 hours. And I know some people don't usually do that. I know some people hunt just the last hour, some people that hunt all day. So you just got to put in that little extra work during the pre-rut, because for me, that's what works best for me. And the post-rut, not so much. I'm not really a big fan of that, but that doesn't stop me. I'm still going to be out there every single day. We're going to move on to Michigan. This is my home state where I'm from, and they're saying that the estimated population is once again unavailable, unsure, and that last year in the 2018-2019 season, there were 360,000 deer taken in the 2018-2019 season. That's including gun season and archery season. And again, according to their statistics, 211,754 were bucks and 148,912 were does. Last year's snowfall came a little bit late in Michigan, and so it's kind of made the deer patterns a little bit less predictable. And so they said that this should bring this season, 2019, make the deer movement a little bit faster, and that they should be on their feet come early fall. They're also stating that the fawn population is expected to be really healthy this year, and that not as many coyotes and wolves and things like that have gotten to the fawn population. So they're expecting a good herd this year as far as yearlings go. Michigan had such a wet spring that the crops are going to be really healthy this year, but it's also going to cause the farmers to harvest their crops a little bit later in the year. So be prepared for early season movement and a little bit later season movement as well until the crops are harvested. For the Upper Peninsula, the Outdoor Life article is saying that since the heavy snowfall hit the Upper Peninsula really hard last year, that the deer populations may have plummeted a little bit. And according to them, this is again according to their article, last year's deer report from the Upper Peninsula stated record lows as far as deer sightings and the amount of deer harvested in the Upper Peninsula. So I've never hunted up there in the Upper Peninsula personally myself. I know that there's giants up there. I've seen the pictures and I've seen the stories of people who have had great hunts up there, but I personally can't attest to that. But again, if you guys see stuff up there, like, let me know. put it in the comments. So according to them, they're saying that Michigan has a ton of public land to hunt, and I think that's true. Where I'm from, there's a ton of public land that you can go hunt. People aren't stacked on top of each other. I hunted there almost 3 years ago, and it was pretty good. I got some pretty decent trail cam pictures. I didn't go out there as much because I got this guy right here 2 years ago, and I already had plenty of meat in the freezer, and I was headed off to Korea and I didn't have any room to put it, so I just kind of stopped my hunting from there. But there was definitely good sign out there in the public land in Michigan. And if you guys are trying to lost a little bit and you don't know where to go for public land hunting in Michigan, you can go to mihunt at mi.gov/mihunt. And I guess you can go on there and take a look at the properties that people have put on there to get a tax break, and then also there's public land accessibility maps and where you can go to access the public land as well. So for me personally, this article I came across, I thought it was interesting, that I do a video on it just based off of the information that they put. I thought that some of the information was very basic. Like, you know, if you've hunted at any time at all, that hey, I need to go scout. I need to go scout the land. I need to go look ahead beforehand. And you can kind of judge the population of the deer herd off of your trail cams. And if you have a good knowledge of that, you can kind of base it from that. So I wouldn't go off of everything that this article says, just because it is an article and not everything's facts. They don't know every specific area of Michigan. It's just their insight. And again, your spot where you're hunting could be very different. So just keep an open mind on that. I know that just based off of my trail cam pictures from Illinois, there's a huge buck population here, and I'm hunting public land, so I have way more pictures of bucks than I do does. And I haven't seen any repeat bucks from last year. I think these are all brand new bucks that kind of moved into the area. But again, put your trail cameras out there and you'll know what's out there. It'll help you. That's your best scouting tool, I think. And nothing's gonna beat going out there, actually feet on the ground and looking for deer sign and helping you out that way. If you guys have any other questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you like the video, please subscribe. I'll be doing more reviews on hunting articles, and the hunting season's coming up close, so make sure that you subscribe so you can see all the hunting action. I'll catch you guys in the next video.